a busy few days for Sonic. For starters, it was the 32nd anniversary of the series, so happy birthday. And Sega decided to drop a Sonic Central, but they also put some other stuff out. That being Sonic Origins Plus and a second large update for Sonic Frontiers. Let's take a closer look. So to lay things out briefly, Sonic Origins is a collection of the classic Sonic titles Sonic 1, 2, CD, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. We did a review of it on the channel, so please check it out if you want a more in-depth explanation of the collection. We're here to talk about the additional features. The biggest one is Amy being fully playable in each title, and they finally added Knuckles to Sonic CD. It's great to have him in there, and his gliding ability combined with his lower jump presents some unique challenges when tackling the wonky worlds of the game. Amy is a fun character too. She's basically a Sonic Light with a few tweaks. She can spin dash, do a sort of drop dash where she runs around swinging her hammer up and down for a brief moment, and has a Sonic 3 mid-air special attack where she swings her hammer and can hit enemies from a further range. It's cool, especially when attacking a bunch of enemies at once, or hitting enemies Sonic usually can't hit because they're too high up. We also got plenty of Sonic Game Gear action too, so if you're into the old classics then you're gonna love these, but at the same time there was a bit of sound wonkiness going on when we played the game, so hopefully they get that patched up nice and quick. It's a bit distracting since it's like the game is being echoed as you play. However, there are a few small things that need to be addressed. For example, the way the camera loses the player in Sonic 3 when you go too fast is just so annoying because you're going to end up dying a bunch. There's a few missing animations when playing as Amy, and while it's not a big deal or anything, it would have been nice to have slightly smoother level transitions. She's also much smaller than the other characters, so this can make things easy when you try to duck and avoid enemies, but sometimes it can lead to her downfall when you get caught in spikes, for example, and get sent to the Shadow Realm. Another annoying bug or oversight or whatever it is the fact that you can't even level select with anyone else other than Sonic in Sonic CD. If you pick another character, it's going to lock the options even if you have all of them unlocked. It's so frustrating because the other games handle level select so much better. Sonic CD was made earlier than the other games, so what we have here is them taking that 2013 release and kind of just messing with the menu that was already there, and I'm thinking that's what caused this. I'm disappointed they didn't just redesign the menu from the ground up, but then again, I'm not surprised. I will say there are some cool things in here, like Knuckles gets a unique level opener in Sonic CD, for example. Could you spot it when you first played? Well, it's up in Metallic Madness Zone 1. You'll notice the level background is different, and that's because you're higher up. If you glide along the paths that are suspended in air, you'll get to play through a bit of a different path that Sonic can't really get to. It's a cool feature, and I'm glad they put it in there. I don't want to complain too much, but at the end of the day it comes down to value, and while Sonic Origins Plus is a nice collection, this is what the collection should have been at first. These additions are neat ways to round out the collection, but when you take a step back, it feels like, why didn't you just do this in the first place? Sega seems to be taking the Atlas approach. When you release a game, then release a plus or updated version later on. Now, I'm not really blaming Sonic Team for this, as I'm sure the higher-ups at Sega are what commissioned such a sales strategy in the first place, but it's just sad. I think the collection as it is now is worth the $40, but that said, if you bought the original $40 or even $45 digital deluxe edition and now you have to pay an extra $10 to upgrade, it feels unfair, and it feels like Sega is blatantly taking advantage of diehard Sonic fans. Although realistically, they're expecting the diehard fans to just buy the physical version and spend the $40 again. But not to harp on the price too much, this is about the collection itself, and hey, it's a decent one. If you haven't picked up Origins yet, I think the physical one is the most value for your dollar or your euro or whatever it may be, seeing as you get a cool physical art book. Japan also gets a special bonus too. If you already have the original game but you're not really a fan of the Game Gear titles, then honestly it's a bit of a hard sell, seeing as Amy is cool but you're not really gaining so much. If they threw in some extra features, then maybe I would strongly recommend an upgrade from the base to Plus, but if you're not a fan of Pink Hedgehogs or Sonic CD, then you might as well give this one a pass. So on the other end, we got our second free update to Sonic Frontiers, and while Origins Plus may draw the ire of some fans, this will do the exact opposite. It's a stellar upgrade. With this update, they managed to extend the life of Sonic Frontiers more so than the first patch did. We get some cool little Sonic birthday themes with the island sporting all sorts of decorations to celebrate the occasion. Sonic, friends, and the Cocos all show up ready to party with new outfits. Not gonna lie though, the HUD can be a bit distracting though, so if you find yourself turning it off after a little bit, I won't blame you. The Cocos do have the new outfits outside of the celebration though, so going out to find them is pretty cool. Then there's the return of the Spin Dash, and it's been the first time in ages that you can get it in 3D Sonic, but if you want to use it, you're going to have to beat the new Action Chain Challenge, and there is a bunch of them on each island. You're not going to get it that easy, so unless you're a total pro at the game, you're going to have to wait to Spin Dash. And of course, we can't forget the New Game Plus too. That's right, you can carry your skills over and start all the way back at the beginning. There's plenty of small changes around the game as well, so check the patch notes for more, but one of my favorites personally is the fact that each island now has percentages listed. And it's not just the island progression in story mode, but you'll see the icons for battles, finding each buddy cutscene, fishing, and so on. It gives you more incentive to go out and explore the islands. Whereas before, it didn't really seem like collecting everything really mattered. It feels like the game is growing with feedback, and the fact that it's all free is even better. The small quality of life changes are great, and while it's all said and done, Sonic Frontiers is going to be a hell of a package. It's a shame Sega decided to do what they did for Sonic Origins, but hey, at least Sonic Frontiers is getting better and better with each update. We can only hope Sonic Superstars comes out in one piece, and if it doesn't, hopefully the updates will be free. But that's it for us here at GPX Japan. Did you get Origins Plus? What about the Frontiers update? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and as always, thank you for watching. We're on the quest for 1,000 subscribers, so if you wouldn't mind helping us out on the way there, we'd really appreciate it. See you in the next video. Take care.